Hi, I'm Jake, and I'm developing ShadowSpace. So the last time we left off, I talked about some of the new design choices that changed some aspects of the project. Now it's time to throw everything I have planned into the engine, and just hope it sticks together. So let's see if I can make it all stick. Let me talk about my game design document first. Last devlog, you may have noticed these specific diagrams. Well, while I was making that devlog, I was working on a games design document, or GDD. A document that explains everything that is planned for the game, including mechanics, progression, and general aesthetic, just to name a few. Well, about a few days after I made that devlog, I finished the GDD. I basically buckled down and crunched. Yep, I finished nearly 50 pages of design, and it's all there for me to scroll between and reference, which is very important, as I'll need its help to know what my general plan is. Great, so I have the design now down, jotted down on a piece of paper basically. It's not a piece of paper, it's a Word document technically, but you get my point. So what's next? Well, I had to take a couple of weeks off because of other priorities. I had other deadlines due, and of course there was Global Game Jam, which was some fun, I will admit. I made a stock game. It's more fun than it sounds. But recently I loaded up the project and have been pounding on with what will be the first alpha build of the game. And my progress so far? Well, considering the short time span I've had, it's gone pretty well, honestly. So, last devlog, I mentioned that I completed the light detection system and made it so that the enemy can actually see the player and that the enemy's sight range worked based on the player's surrounding light. But as you can see, the enemy wasn't moving or turning, or it wasn't even doing anything. It was just static. So over the last few days, I sat down, I got to work, and now the enemy moves and looks around the area. The enemy now moves between different waypoints, and at certain waypoints it may stop and actually start looking around a little bit, basically checking for any disturbances. I just hit the microphone. I've coded it in such a way that I can just pick up a prefab in the Unity project thing in the editor, you know what I mean, put it onto the scene, put it wherever the hell I want, you know, it's there, you know, the enemy's gonna move there, that's how I want them to go, where I want them to go, and then basically I can set different variables in the waypoints to change if they were to look around. So for example, if I want them to look right, then I would set it so that the angle is to their right. It's not a perfect implementation, but it's good for building patrol patterns quickly. At the moment I have very simple looping patterns, but I do want to develop a way for the enemy to actually go backwards on the patrol pattern. So they go from, instead of 0, 1, 2, 3 and then back to 0, they would go 0, 1, 2, 3 and then turn around 2, 1, 0 and then 1, 2, 3, that kind of thing. I also need to get the enemy's other states sorted as well, but that's something I can deal with over the coming week. Overall, considering the break I took, some progress was definitely made. There is so much more to do. There's the hacking system, there's building like actual levels, there's polish as well. So yeah, there's a lot to do. So I'm gonna go do that, I guess. I'll see you when I make another one of these.